Heidi Goodmanson, Executive Director of Sheboygan County Interfaith Organization. Thank you for tuning in to Market Fresh Meals. We're here at Relish on 8th Street to cook a wonderful meal that you can source products from the farmers market in Sheboygan. SCIO manages the markets, the Sheboygan markets at Fountain Park and Plymouth at Fairfield Plaza, as well as the winter market in Sheboygan. I'm excited to be here with Michelle, is a wellness coordinator and is going to help share some health benefits, as well as our market manager for SCIO, Maria. Maria will be at the farmers market every single week in the teal SCIO info tent. Maria, what will you be able to share at the info tent to customers if they have questions? We have EBT at the info tent.
Yes, any questions you have, I can direct you to specific vendors, answer your questions about EBT or any coupons, WIC.
Yeah. So thank you so much for being here today. I'm going to pass it on to these beautiful ladies who are going to cook this wonderful episode.
Maria, what are we cooking?
So today we're making pan-fried tilapia with couscous and a mixed green salad with a balsamic vinaigrette dressing.
Oh, that sounds yummy. This is a heart-healthy meal, and also sourced locally, so that's great. So hopefully we can give some added benefits to some of the products that we're using today.
Yes, absolutely.
So the tilapia you said we're using, and that's from which vendor?
It's from Lake Orchard Aquaponics. Sustainably grown and produced tilapia and greens they make.
Great.
So I don't know if you know about aquaponics, but it's sort of a combination of aquaculture and hydroponics. So aquaculture being the raising of aquatic animals, and then also the growing of greens. So it's a combination of the fish and the greens.
Like a symbiotic.
Symbiotic system, yes.
Right.
So it's completely sustainable.
Okay, so other than the tilapia, what are we going to use for the recipe for the rest of the meal? Are we doing couscous? Is that what you said?
Yes, we are doing couscous.
All right.
So I usually like to make couscous with a little bit of vegetable broth, just to add flavor to it. Couscous is just a really simple, easy to make grain.
Okay. And right, something that people aren't aware of is couscous actually can be substituted for a lot of pastas or rice dishes. Some of the added health benefits are, if you look, the couscous has more protein as well as fiber. And now cooking with the chicken broth adds a little bit of extra flavor. But one of the added benefits is you're also able to just cook the couscous, bring that broth to a boil, and then cover it, correct? No rinsing or draining.
Right, it's really simple. You just, as you said, bring the water to a boil. Once the water is boiling, you pour in the couscous, stir it, cover it, turn off the heat, and then just let it sit for 5 minutes.
And you use couscous regularly more with your family because it's more mild flavored. Is that your choice?
Yeah, it's pretty popular with children, and yeah, it's, as is the tilapia, it's all sort of mild flavors, so a lot of people like it.
So the couscous goes on first, and then we can go ahead and get that started.
Yeah, we'll just heat up the broth, and then in the meantime we can start dredging the fish.
All right.
If you could get the fish in the refrigerator.
Let's talk about the fish just a little. So you have 4 fillets here.
Yes.
About how much would we expect to purchase for a family of 4?
So this is about a pound of fish, which is sufficient for a meal for a family of 4.
Okay.
So
And
there's about 4 fillets there.
what we like to use as a reference for any meat is typically a deck of cards is going to be that for a serving per person, correct? So we like to make sure that you keep that as a reference. Tilapia also, as I mentioned, is kind of a heart-healthy and readily available, and one of the most popular fish, so you want to make sure to use that 1 to 2 times per week is recommended for adults. As long as you aren't pregnant, you have to watch that intake. So one thing I wanted to mention too, so if we have tilapia, typically we don't want to keep fish out for any longer than 2 hours at room temp due to spoiling and bacteria growth. So just keep that in mind. Definitely wash your cooking surfaces when you're finished too, so that you make sure that you're not going to transfer any of those germs.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands, for sure, yeah.
Which I did.
So we're just waiting for this to boil, and then we can add the couscous. Okay, I'll let you go ahead and get that dredged, and I'll watch for that to boil.
Yes, so we're going to start with just about a cup of flour. A little bit less is sufficient for a pound of tilapia. Then we're just going to add some seasonings. So I have a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper here, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. So this is just kind of a good general combination of seasonings that is good for any type of meat, really. You mix that up. This is like I said, a generally good seasoning for just about any type of meat.
Now, do you have to prep the fish at all when we're dredging it? You just go ahead and...
No, there's nothing you need to do with the fish. You just...
And prep the pan with a little olive oil?
Yes, so we're going to preheat the pan also. You want to keep the pan on a medium-low heat.
Medium-low?
Medium to medium-low. You don't want the pan to get too hot, or you don't want to get the oil too hot,
okay.
But you do want it to be hot before you put the fish in. You also don't want to ruin your pan by using high heat, and you don't want to burn your fish.
So it looks like the vegetable stock is cooking or boiling, so we can go ahead and add the couscous.
Great.
And then just cover it?
Yep, just stir it up. And then you can turn off the heat, cover it, and set it aside. And so you just want a thin coating of the flour mixture on the fish. The flour helps, the coating gives you a nice crispy finish to your fish.
Okay. So if we're cooking and we're going to put the fish in the oil, usually about how long per side are we going to keep the fish on?
These fillets are typically about 3 to 5 minutes per side. Can you add
the oil?
Add
Sure.
the oil. So you know it's ready to flip once the edges start turning a golden brown color.
Great. So is the oil warm enough? We can go ahead and get the fish going?
Yeah, I think it should be warm enough.
Right.
Maybe. All right, so we're just going to let that cook for a few minutes. In the meantime, we're going to make the vinaigrette.
And the spring greens that we have today, spinach and arugula, and we also have a mix of the microgreens that we're going to add on top. Some of the added benefits of having a spring green, you're going to have lots of vitamins and antioxidants, which also help boost the immune system, low in fat, helps keep you healthy. The microgreens especially have added benefits, added health benefits. You get the full, being that they're harvested so immaturely when they're the product, you get the whole entire product.
Yeah, they're about a week old.
They're about a week old. One of the things that I also like to mention too is when you are using a salad, typically tossing the salad or the lettuce or the greens that you have, just so that it doesn't bruise the leaves,
Right.
to change the flavor. And the spinach that we're using today has a sweeter taste. The arugula has a little pepperier taste. So kind of a good mix. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to do for the vinaigrette.
So a good base recipe for any homemade vinaigrette is just 3 parts oil to 1 part vinegar. So you can use any type of oil or any type of vinegar. I prefer to use olive oil most times. And today we have balsamic vinegar, but you could also use rice vinegar or apple cider vinegar or...
So any vinegar that you have available.
Yes. And then you could just kind of add other things for flavor. We have mustard here and garlic and a little bit of honey from John and Lorraine's Hobby Farm. which is also available at the market. So I have all these things measured out already. So we have the olive oil.
And the garlic too, that's available at the farmer's market, but just not until a little bit later. Typically in July we see that. It does keep longer. If you are going to purchase it from the farmer's market, they have a special presentation. So we usually see that keeping for about 5 months versus the store-bought.
Yes, it does store well.
And if you're purchasing the honey too, you are able to keep the honey longer as well. Farm fresh honey actually has added benefits as well, especially if you have allergies.
Yes.
Honey that's harvested in your area actually with the bees keeps some of the pollens and things that people have allergies to, and it actually has been shown to help reduce by having small bits of honey can help get your immune system kind of ramped up so that you're not going to have such severe allergies.
Doesn't hurt to have a teaspoon of honey every morning.
Yeah. Do we need to flip?
Yes, it's starting to get a little bit of brown around the edges.
Let me know when it's ready to flip.
When it's brown around the edges.
All right, so it is brown around the edges.
Yeah. And I'm going to just shake this up.
Okay. They check the
Shake,
couscous.
shake, shake.
It has absorbed all of the stock.
Yeah,
Okay,
easy.
go ahead and put that in the bowl
Jam,
for you.
just
All right.
fluff it up and put it in there.
All right.
All right.
So this meal you said typically feeds about a family of 4.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna
Okay.
put that there.
Then I'm just going to dress the salad with the dressing.
Grab the plate for the fish. I see that you have lemons too over there. Is that something that you usually put on the fish after?
Yes, when the fish is finished cooking, I'll just squeeze some lemon juice over the top, again for more added flavor.
It's nice that you paired all of these items together. They actually enhance a lot of the flavors. The fish being a little bit more mild, the salad being a little bit sweet as well as bitter, peppery, and then the couscous having a somewhat nutty flavor. So the flavors all meld together very well.
Yes.
So one of the next episodes, we're going to feature strawberries, correct?
Yes, strawberry spinach salad.
Nice.
The recipe is still in the making.
So speaking of recipes, we're going to be able to find the recipes online. If you go to the SCIO website, you'll be able to find the recipe, and you will also have some of those at the farmer's market?
Yes, they will be available there. So another thing about the microgreens, we're just going to throw some microgreens on top of the salad.
All right.
So
and we have a few different varieties. This is a turnip, an amaranth,
and radish supplied by Little Sprouts Farm, also sustainably produced, as is the fish.
Right.
So these just add, the flavor, color, health benefits, yes, nutrients. I like to put these on top of the fish also when it's finished, just to make it look pretty. I think the fish is probably about finished. Yeah.
Go ahead and plate it.
Yeah. Put some of those on there.
The microgreen.
Add a little bit of color. Very nice.
Squeeze a little lemon on there.
Oh, yes. Good idea.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That looks delicious.
Yes. So, there you have it.
Market fresh. We should always encourage to buy local and visit us at the farmers market. Maria at the tent, she can help direct you to whichever vendor you're looking for specific products. But all of this lovely food today was sourced locally. So stay tuned for the next episode of Market Fresh Meals here at the lovely Relish Kitchen. And thank you for cooking, Maria.
Yes, and thank you to Aurora for making this all possible.
Great. Come out and see us at the farmers market.